Sometimes we see some of the public trials here on this station, but most of the time the victims have to go to court. They have to listen to defense counsel's arguments and motions, and they often don't disagree with the defenses that they hear. And this is finally almost like a part of their therapy to be able to voice this. And it's no different here. In fact, not only was there the 10, but also they're talking about Tommy, whose murder still remains unsolved. And I could only imagine what the family has been through those 10 years, this particular trial, and it comes full circle to what we're observing today in the sentencing proceeding.
Yeah, and we often hear the word closure in these types of proceedings, but this is one of those where I say there's a conviction but no closure. And exactly for the reasons you're talking about, not only the fact that there's this other murder, or they believe what was a murder of Tommy Ballard, the victim's father, but also they haven't been able to find the remains of their daughter, you know, their mother, or whoever, how she was related to the victims. And they all spoke to that idea that they want that aspect of this closed. And they want these defendants to be, you know, compassionate enough to perhaps let them know where they can find it to get that closure. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they didn't even get to bury their loved one. And I wonder too, Michael, you know, there's two defendants in that courtroom. You have the life sentence, which we could talk about a little bit about this Kentucky law, which I don't agree with, honestly. But with that being said, there's a co-defendant. And that co-defendant's got a 20-year sentence on the conspiracy. Does that co-defendant know? You know, because now would be the time. Maybe he's going to go after that appeal. But if the co-defendant does know, I mean, that could be something that would be valuable for prosecutors and the family. And I just wonder if maybe that window is still open for the family, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for that closure.
Yeah, that would be my question. Is there a window there? This idea that the sense was that Joseph Lawson, that Brooks Houck called him to get rid of the body. So he would be one that might know, based on the narrative that was given by prosecutors. At this point, is there a chance for him to say, look, you know, I want to tell where I put this body. Maybe you can find the remains. And can I get some consideration as far as my sentence? It seems a bit late, but is that still possible?
It's always possible, Michael. This defendant could be resentenced on a joint motion with the government as well as the defense attorney. That would be valuable, I would think, for the family. Obviously, you would need consent on that, because right now, with nothing changing and that not happening, he's going to be in prison for his conspiracy for an extended period of time.